So, hey guys. Okay, so how, in light of identification truth, how on earth do you go about literally surviving a gut-wrenching trauma in your life? Whether it's marital, whether it's with your parents, whether it was when you were younger, when you were older, whatever. How do you survive it? Well, all I can relay is how I survived my situation. When I was going through my situation, now I did not have the vocabulary for this at the time. Now I do. So as I look back in retrospect, I have the vocabulary to describe what I was doing. The only thing that I knew to do during my situation was to throw myself at Jesus, at his feet, and just pray, cry to him. And that was my go-to response for everything that happened during that time. Now, looking back in retrospect, at the time I didn't have the vocabulary, but looking back, I realized that I was inadvertently resting in Christ. Every time I would go to throw myself at the feet of Jesus, to throw myself at him and just go to the blood, always going to the blood. I was inadvertently resting. So I was doing the only response that was necessary was to just throw myself at Jesus' feet and let him lift me up. Let him take care of my reputation. Let him handle it. And looking back, the proper vocabulary was I was inadvertently resting in Christ. I was inadvertently just letting him take over for me and letting him handle it. So I just, you go to the blood. You rest in Jesus. You don't try in your own effort to salvage your reputation. You can't. I know. From experience, you can't salvage your own reputation. You have to give it to God. And it's a humbling thing to have to do. And I would always also pray that the Lord would break down the walls of my pride. And that was also very helpful, because then the Lord would help me to see the proper perspective regarding this, and this, or that over there. He would give me the proper perspective that I wasn't able to see if the walls of my pride were up. So anyway, this is kind of a short video, but I just wanted to share with you the only response in any situation, and especially in any traumatic situation, is to fall on Jesus. Just cast yourself at the feet of Jesus. Like the woman who needed to be healed from the issue of blood. She just cast herself at the feet of Jesus and just reached out to touch the hem of his garment. That's all she had to do. Resting in Jesus, especially in that situation, is just casting yourself at the feet of Jesus, trusting in him, and reaching out for the hem of his garment. All right, guys.